Our Curlew Cam pair settled in a great field for the past few years. This field actually hadn't had any livestock on it for the start of the year, so it's just been left to grow. And then we were able to electric fence the nest to keep out ground predators. Last year the farmer put in a scrape that we often see them bathing in, which cleans them of parasites and keeps them cool on hot days. Today we caught up with the farmer, Duncan Bennett, to learn a little bit more about his regenerative farming practices.
What inspired you, Duncan, to get into regenerative farming?
I think it was mainly a visit to Cumbria, to James Rebanks, and during that visit he said, "What's your challenges?" And my challenge was rising input costs. That was actual key start to get into it, because it was costing so much to run the business, and from there it sort of spiraled, I suppose. So we moved the cows between 1 to 3 days. I don't like them staying on the pasture for longer than 3 days, because they then regraze the regrowth, and if they do that they weaken the root of the grass.
Once the cows were then in the field grazing, it kept the grass around the nest nice and long where the cows couldn't reach, and that's really important for concealing the nest and then the chicks once they hatch.
And what have been the benefits to the farm business and your livestock in particular?
Yeah, well, initially it was just that cutting costs. That was my initial getting into it, but then from that we got into soil management and that side of things, and the livestock seem far more healthier now, so we've cut our medicine bills, and the main reason for that is they leave the parasites behind them. So when the cattle or sheep come back, it's clean pasture for them. I like to get them off so it doesn't hit the grass too hard, and it recovers then a lot quicker. If we get really hot weather, it won't bake the ground. If we get some wet weather, it'll hold it, and so it'll recover quicker as well. And also the curlews and the young chicks, all that thing benefit, because they've got that variated sward and they can travel through and got protection.
Not everyone is regenerative, and your dad, who I used to wave to on my way to work in the mornings, certainly wasn't regenerative, but everyone sort of changes their system.
Yes.
And some people say, well, this is kind of going back in time.
Yeah.
But where do you think you sit on that sort of, where you're up to with current day thinking? And there's a lot of technology behind it, isn't there? Research as well.
Yes. Yeah. I think Dad wasn't. To be fair to Dad, he was good in his time. He farmed well. Farmed well. I can't knock him for that. But he was using the technologies of then. It was the sprays and the medicines and the fertilizers. It was at their disposal to increase productivity. And but we seemed to get on that treadmill of every problem there was a product to solve it. But that also made another problem, which had to buy another product to solve the problem. So it's getting off that treadmill really, and going back to a more traditional way of farming, 100+ years back, and that's really helped us, I think.